He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. That sounds motivational, perhaps, but I don't think you need a why. I believe that the quality of your how depends on the frame of your why. Meaning, if you if you limit your experience of things through the validity of your justification of the experience, then you'll always suffer to some extent because you can't really justify anything. Reason being that justice is made up. It's a tool. It's basically an expression of the will to power. The term justice in itself is made up for you to be able to do things with justification. You don't need a why, you want one. Why? Because first of all, it allows some satisfaction, but it's imaginary. You sitting there trying to figure out why did someone do that to me? Why why me? Why do I have to go through this? Why do I have to overcome this? Why does this burden fall on me? Um, it's you attempting to make your suffering mean something. But I hate to break it to you. Your suffering doesn't mean anything. It means as much as you want it to. And the reason you believe you want your suffering to mean anything is because you believe that experience needs to be justified, but it doesn't. Experience doesn't need to be explained, questioned, even understood. It just needs to be felt. Perhaps asking why isn't the roots of all wisdom and knowledge. Perhaps asking why is the root of all frustration, of all bitterness, resentment, anxiety, even avoidance, right? If you say, well, why me? Uh, if you believe, if someone has to give you a reason for why you should help them, for example, if someone has to justify why you should help them in order for you to help them, the why isn't there for anything as a besides of control. And in the same way, like that's just an example, but it goes so much beyond that. It goes so much further than that, because you treat yourself the exact same way. Why do, like, even it goes in the opposite. Why do I deserve this? Do I deserve, like, why is this person being so good? Can I accept all of those things? God is dead. Everything is permitted, but everything always has been permitted. So yeah, you, as long as you need reasons to do things, your quality of life will be limited by your reasons to do things. As soon as you can let go of reason, then you can enter more of a lively and a present state. Any thought that isn't seeking or play is rooted in a desire for control. It is anxious. And often we then get stressed about our own thinking and our own thoughts, and then we need to justify, am I allowed to think this thought? Is this a bad thought to have? Should everyone think this way? We might even come up with ethical systems of intention. You know, is it more important what you do or what you intended to do? Is it more important the effect that you have or the effect that you wanted to have? And it doesn't matter. That's such a that is so anxious. That is so trying to shape things so that you understand them, because you believe somewhere that you need to understand the world in order to be able to live in it. But the more you try to understand things, the more you will be anxious about your limitation of understanding. You will never understand as much as you want to, as long as you want to understand. And then there will always be a discrepancy, a distance between what you want things to be like, or what you want yourself to be like, and how things are. So I don't think that asking why is the root of all wisdom and knowledge. I believe asking why is probably the roots of basically all of your anxiety and anxiousness. I mean, okay, let me test myself. Can I come up with a question of why that's not I, yeah, anything that's seeking or play? Why is the sky blue? That's interesting. No one's going to suffer because of that question. And if you're not going to be stressed out, I'm sure some people at one point were like, "Ooh, why is the sky blue? We need to figure this one out. I don't understand, and I need to." Sure. But in a general sense, I believe that the more you believe things need justification, the more you will find that they're not justified, and that will bother you. But if you can come to terms with the fact that nothing is justified, that everything is contradictory, that everything is kind of pretending to be something it isn't, or putting up fronts on why they do things or why a system has to work a certain way, and hypocrisy is in everything, and paradoxical, and things that believe that help themselves aren't even helping. And as soon as you can kind of come to peace with things being chaotic, contradictory, paradoxical, not even making sense, not even helping themselves, just confused even in their desires and their goals, then perhaps you can find, oh, it doesn't have to make sense. Things just are, and I'm actually the dumb one for wanting things to make sense because I'm causing myself suffering. So yeah, I don't know. That's I guess that's my rant on asking why. Socrates not as smart as you think you are. And me, with my Nietzschean background, maybe I added something to the quote of he who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow. Right? He who believes he needs a why to live will suffer from anyhow. How about that? That's a banger. Anyway, yeah, yeah. Yeah.